Okay guys, this is going to be a video about some great EDC or everyday carry options. It'll give you some things to think about, and I'll let you see some of the things that I use most often just in everyday life. And this might help some of you that are looking to prepare yourself or to get some things that you might want to carry with you just in case if something happens. A lot of these items you see on the table are for the situation of just in case something happens. Now, the knives, mainly I carry a knife for the utility aspect. Just opening packages, anything I might need a knife for on a daily basis. I've heard that back in years prior, long ago, that almost every man carried a little pocket knife. And it wasn't for the purpose of using it on someone else in self-defense. It was just simply for the purpose of just using it in everyday tasks. Well, anymore we've kind of gotten away from that with the majority of the people in public. You'll find though, once you start carrying a knife, that you will want it with you all the time because it just is so handy to have when you need it. Okay, so I'm going to start and I'm going to go from left to right, and I'm going to tell you what each item is, and then I'm going to show and talk a little bit about each item and how I carry it and what makes it work so well. Some of these things work so well because when you combine it with the holster that it's in, it makes it that much better and it makes it a complete package. So first I'm going to start here. This is the LA wallet from CountyCom. I use this every single day, and I have now for, I don't know, a couple of years, and you can see it holds up really well. This is as thick as it gets right there. You put this in your pocket, you don't have no bulk. I am totally against carrying bulky trifold wallets. Just don't want that in my pocket. Just could use the room in the pocket for much better use. This is the Smith & Wesson tactical pen. This is a nice pen, and it's a good self-defense tool if you need it, and it also writes very well. It's very good to just use as a pen when you need one, but it can be used as a self-defense tool as well. Okay, this is some good stuff here too. Now, I'm also a big fan of the Fox Labs pepper spray. I may be going back to Fox. I don't know. I believe that this is a good product, but I haven't seen enough on the Cold Steel Inferno pepper spray to convince me that it's any more potent than what Fox 5.3 is, which was my previous carry. And then when that can expired, I went out and sprayed it and went ahead and ordered this one. I know this would do the job, but I just don't know that there's any benefit of this over Fox. So this is also a good item to have on you, especially like if you're in places where you can't carry a gun, or you're going into an area where you know you won't have your gun, or for your wives or daughters, grandmother, sister, anybody that's like a female that isn't going to carry a gun, they need to have this on them. They need it because it will work. Okay, next, love this right here, and I use this all the time. This is the Olight M20X Warrior, 500 lumens. A great light. I just can't say enough about this light. This is the one I'm going to be sticking with for a long time. I might buy other lights, but this is one that I will have probably for good. Good battery life. Use this all the time. Lots of different scenarios, and just down to as little as walking the dogs at night. I put this out here because this is something I throw in the cargo pants of my 511 tactical pants. This is an extra battery that goes into the light. I use rechargeables in there. It's much more handy for me to use this rechargeable than the CR123s. This replaces two CR123 batteries as one tube and drops right down into the body of that flashlight. So I carry this in a cargo pocket just in case if I'm out or in the field or whatever and I need a quick change, or I think the light's getting a little dim, I can switch right over and put that battery in and then go back later and stick the old one on the charger. I still like this light. I still do use this one. This is the 4/7 Quark 123. This is a great little light, guys. I've had a lot of use out of this one. Carries well. It's a much thinner body than the M20X Warrior, and I still really like this and don't plan on getting rid of it. Now, one of my favorite knives has to be the Spyderco Paramilitary. This Digicam with the DLC coated black blade is an amazing EDC knife from Spyderco. It opens so smooth, it feels like it just floats all the way up until it locks in, almost like an assist with a weak spring is what it feels like, if that makes any sense. It just flows up. Once you start it and get it out of the detent, it just flows right up until it locks. You can see some wear. I have been getting a lot of use on this blade. It takes a lot to wear this DLC coating too. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering what this is from about 4 days ago when I dropped a 45-pound plate at the gym and it caught the corner of my finger. So yeah, I should have been more careful. That hurt really bad. But you can see here, I'll show you the other side, a little bit of wear, and I like it. I don't mind it at all. Love this coating. It's a really smooth coating. Have been using this guy whenever I can. Carry it on a daily basis. Self-defense, I say it's great. I think this is a great self-defense knife. Stabbing with that fine tip, it's going to pierce very easily for whatever part you're piercing. Slashes, anything. This is a great tactical knife, and definitely I would use this for self-defense if I had to. Carry it though for utility purposes, but definitely could double as self-defense knife. Also this one here, and you can see I've definitely been putting this one through its paces. This is the PPT Perrin by Spyderco. Still like this one. It's very nice, and S30V blade steel, just like the other one. And you can see I definitely have wear on this guy, and I also have some wear on the handle here. This is not dust. This is what happens when you try to pry something with the body of the knife. That's what I was doing. Shouldn't have been doing it, of course, but hey, it was a good test to test it out. I was prying on some metal with the body of the knife here. It was handy, and I needed to do something at the time. I pulled this knife out, I opened the blade, and I got this wedge down into where the metal was, and it worked. It worked for what I was using it on. So I can highly recommend this PPT Perrin. The only downfall is somebody told me about, and Elliot told me, and I did find this to be true, that if you do spine wax with this, it will defeat the lock. It takes a good bit of hitting, but from about 3 good solid spine wax, you can defeat this lock. It'll kind of move a little bit, move, and then move again, and the blade will partially close. But I don't foresee me ever putting pressure on the spine of the knife, so I don't worry about it. You know, how often am I going to use this knife and have pressure pushing down that hard on the spine? I don't think it's an issue. It's a great slicer, full flat grind. Just an all-around good EDC knife, and it does come with that lanyard on there. Okay, now next let's get to the guns. One of these guns in particular I have here because of how well it works with the holster, and that would be this one right here. This is the Smith & Wesson 360 SC, and it's in the Galco ankle glove. Now, when it comes to ankle holsters, guys, as far as I'm concerned, there is no other ankle holster other than this ankle glove. I have tried several ankle holsters, and I threw several away. This was the only one that works so well. You can almost forget it's there. It's light, and I can jump up, I could run, sprint, and this gun has never moved an inch on me. This is a neoprene band. You see they use a lot of this type of material when somebody has a sports injury and they put the braces on their legs and stuff. And this neoprene is breathable and it has good flexibility to it, and that's what you need. You can't use a nylon. Your leg has a natural shape to it. Depending on your body size, it could curve bigger or smaller, but it's got a natural curve to it. So when you take a fixed material like nylon and you put this around something that isn't perfectly, how do I say it, that isn't perfectly round, the same shape all the way up and all the way down, you are going to have one end of this that has a gap in it, and they move. And I have thrown, I'm going to say I threw away 3 ankle holsters because I said it's not even worth trying to sell them because they just don't work. Why would I sell it to somebody? And then the 4th one, I cut the tabs off and used the body of the holster just to slip in a jacket with the gun in it. But they also make these for the Glock. You can go as big as a Glock 19 with this holster. They make them for the Glock 26 and 27. This is the 27 right here. And I could definitely rock the 27 on my ankle, no problem. In fact, I probably will be getting an ankle glove for the Glock 27. But for my money, if you don't get an ankle glove by Galco, don't even bother getting an ankle holster, because I have not seen one yet that'll work. I'm not saying there's none out there, but I know of none. Next up, we all know what this is, guys. This is the XDS 45, one of the best subcompact pistols ever made, and I'm talking specifically in the subcompact category. I fell in love with this gun, and I still do love it. And someone asked me the other day, do you still like your Glocks and your HKs? How do you feel about them? Absolutely yes. I still have all my Glocks, my HKs. Wouldn't get rid of Glock and HK. But in the subcompact category, this gun takes the cake for me. You pair it up with this Nate squared tactical holster, and you just have a winning combination all the way around. So here's the XDS. I show this all the time, so I know you guys have seen quite a bit of this gun. As you can see, I got some lint still around the front sight, just from carry. And yes, it is completely loaded, as is this 360 SC. And no, I'm not unloading it. I know how to handle these guns, so don't worry, I'll be alright. Here's the Nate squared tactical holster. I did a video on this the other day concerning workout carry. Highly recommended, from H4T. Suede-like backing. Very comfortable against the skin. Just can't say enough good things about that one either. Okay, now we move on to the Glock 27. This one is unloaded and checked, so I'm going to handle it and play with this one a little bit more. This gun is a great EDC option. You want to go in the waistband on your side with a crossbreed or similar holster to that, whatever of your choosing. This is a great little gun. Feels great in the hand. Oh yeah, and by the way, the GAP, the gap base plates, you have to look these up online. That's the best base plate for a Glock I've ever used on any Glock. Locks your hand in right there, and when you draw, when you reach down to draw without looking, your hand just goes in and naturally finds this lip and it just takes it right in. Takes your hand right in and around, and you draw this gun. So I highly recommend the gap floor plate if you're going to carry this gun, because if you're going to draw and you need this gun quick, this will help you in feeling without seeing when you go to pull this gun. One more gun I forgot I want to bring out, and I'm sure there's other things that I forgot on this table, but this is just going to give you an idea of some things that I use and have with me all the time. And I'm sure there's going to be 3 or 4 things that when I turn off the camera that I forgot that I wish I would have put in here. So let me get the other gun out. I want to show you that's also a great EDC gun. It's a little bit bigger, but if you can do it, it'll work for you. Okay guys, here's this gun, and the status of this gun right now is fully loaded magazine, nothing in the chamber. So this gun is a really good carry gun if you own it, but I have this one set up, and now it's pretty much a superior carry gun in my opinion, because number one, I've added the XS Big Dot Night sights on there, which are probably the best gunfighting sights that you can buy on the market today, in my opinion. These are not for target shooting, but you can shoot targets with this gun very well, and I've done it with another gun that I have with XS sights on it. This is made for battle. This is made for a gunfight scenario where you would have to use your weapon, and it's going to help you in that situation very much so. Added the A-grip. Now when I first got this A-grip, guys, I kind of made fun of it and didn't know about it, and I still think I overpaid. I believe it was 30 bucks. But I'm going to tell you what, after taking this gun to the range a couple of times and getting a few hundred rounds through the gun, I actually very much enjoy this A-grip. Has a very soft feel to it, feels good in the hand, it sticks well in the hand, and with sweat or water, it does not affect your grip. So I'm gonna rate it like this. I recommend the A-grip, but I highly do not recommend the $30 price tag for what it is. So your choice on what you want to do with that. I'm not going to recommend for you to buy it just to try it out and see if you like it or not. You don't want to spend $30 on something like this and then decide you don't like it. But if you ever have a chance to hold a gun with one of these on it, you might like it. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on here. I like it on there. And I will not be buying them for other Glocks, but for this one it's going to stay. This also has the ported barrel. And no, that will not affect anything if you have to shoot this gun in a situation where it's nighttime and it's totally blackout. It's not going to blind you. Those are just urban myths. Everything will be fine. But it does have the ported barrel. It does help a little. But I like it. So Big Dot Night sights, A-grip, 3.5 pound Ghost rocket connector in there. This gun is set up pretty much as the perfect G23 carry gun if you're going to use it for carry. So there's some idea, guys, of some different things that you might want to think about if you carry a gun, or if you don't, or you're younger and you just want to get a light, maybe some pepper spray, or a multi-tool. I don't think I covered that one. Here's the Squirt PS4. This is a great little multi-tool, guys. I have a full review up of this if you want to look it up. I find what I use most on this multi-tool, believe it or not, is right here. The scissors. I have used these scissors so many times I can't even tell you all the different things I've cut with these scissors, and I can tell you they work fantastic. And to be honest with you, that's what I've used most on this multi-tool, is those little scissors. And when I needed them, this sure was handy to have it. It was worth these scissors alone, pretty much. And you got a knife blade in there, and you got, you know, your screwdrivers and some other things. Pliers. The pliers definitely are a plus to have. I've used the pliers on these, but the scissors are what I've used most. So there you go, guys. Maybe this video helps somebody out. If you're looking for some different options, you're just getting started into the gun and knife tactical community, and you want to start getting your gear and be more prepared than the average citizen. That's what I like to consider myself. I'm more prepared than other people that are on the street if I need to be. And that's a good thing. Alright guys, until next time, this is H4T, and I am out. Oh, also, one more thing before I'm out. The Marathon JSAR watch. I love this thing. Getting a little bit loose on me because I lost some weight, and when you lose weight, it goes down everywhere. If you wear rings, your rings will be looser. But when you lose weight, it comes off everywhere. There it is. Bought the band for it. Absolutely love this watch. Nothing, I look at watches all the time, and there's nothing out there that I want more than I do this one. So alright guys, talk to you next time. Hope everyone has a great day, and I will be back again with you shortly.